I'm Anil Kumar, and now let us try to understand how to sketch combination of a function from the given graph. Question number 16 from a previous test paper. Use the graph of f of x and g of x to sketch the graph of f of x minus g of x. So in such cases, what you should do is you should make a table of values, right? And in this table, you can write the values of f of x, g of x, right? For different points within the domain, which is common to both the functions. You can fill up this graph, the table, and then sketch the graph for the function. That is the whole idea. Take the values of x. Now, as you can see here, common domain is the domain which this absolute function has. So that means from minus 3 to plus 3 are your valid values. So you can have values of these functions for x equals to, let us say, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. You can read the values for both these functions one by one and then sketch the functions, right? So for, let us say, f of x, which is a parabola going downwards, for minus 3 it is minus 1.5, right? Minus 1.5. At minus 2 it is 1. At minus 1 it is 2.5. At 0 it is 3. At 1 it is 2.5. At 2 it is 1. And at 3 it is minus 1.5, right? So these are the values for f of x. Now let us write down the values for g of x, which is an absolute function, right? At minus 3 it is 5, and then at minus 2 it is 3, minus 1 it is 1, 0 it is minus 1, at 1 it is minus 3, at 2 it is minus 1, and at 3 it is plus 1. Now you can do fg minus, right? So you can subtract the functions and write down the values. So when you do f of x minus g of x, then this becomes minus 6.5. You can use calculator. Now this minus this gives you minus 2. That minus this 1.5. 3 minus that becomes 4. It gets added up. 5.5, that gets added up, and this also gets added up. The negative value, right? So minus 1.5 minus will give minus 2.5. Let me check this one. At 3, f of x is minus 1.5, and here we have one positive, so it becomes negative of 2.5. Right, so that is how the values are going to be. Now for your function, you can plot these points on the graph. So at minus 3 you get minus 6.5. So minus 6.5 is kind of at around here, right? Minus 6.5. Then you have minus 2, which is here. 1.5 is here, right? And then you have 4 right there. 5.5, next value, at, sorry, so we are reading at the wrong place. Yeah, at 1 it is 5.5, that's correct. So 5.5, okay. At 2 it is 2, at 2 it is 2. And then at 3 it is minus 2.5, minus 2.5, so it is here. Sorry, at 3 it is minus, so that is 3. 3 minus 2.5 will give you here, right? So that is not the value. This is the value, right? So this is the function which you are going to get. Now, clearly, if you look at the graph from here, the value here is, this gets added up, right? This gets added up. So you get kind of a function which is as shown here, right? So that is how the function is going to be, and you can connect these points to write f of g of x. So that is how you can do it, right? So basically what we should also consider is doing it in two parts. One part is for this function, when you add this up, I mean subtract this up, let's join them now. So we have a function which is kind of like this within this domain, and let's just combine these kind of like this. So that is what you get for this particular graph. Now for accuracy, you could have considered some more points in between, right? But anyway, you can do this for the time being. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.